Hey, it's Chan. So I wanted to make a quick video talking about my wedding dress. So I got married a couple months ago and I took kind of a gamble when ordering my wedding dress. So I had gone to David's Bridal, tried on like wildly different body styles just to kind of get an idea of what I wanted. But I had this one Oleg Cassini dress in mind that I loved going in, tried it on, fell in love with it. But it's like $1,400. And for me personally, I could never really see justifying spending so much money on a wedding dress when I had like things that were more important to me to spend money on for the wedding. So I ended up doing a lot of online research and found, obviously there's like DHgate and Alibaba or something. I think there's a few different websites online where you can buy wedding dresses directly from China, and they are astronomically cheaper. So I did a lot of research. I ended up landing on DHgate, was the company that I ordered my dress through, and they had one that was very similar to the Oleg Cassini style from the David's Bridal dress. And I figured, you know what? I have a few months, like, let's go ahead, order it. Worst case scenario, if it comes in, it's awful, then I just have to end up saving up and try and get the one that I really want because I loved it. So the one that I ended up getting was about $160 after the exchange rate and everything, and it was for a custom made. So I had to take all of my measurements, send it in, and then it took, I want to say it took like 8 weeks for them to, I think they quote like 6 to 8 weeks to create the dress. And then another like up to 21 business days for shipping. So obviously, if you're short on time, I definitely would not recommend going this route, especially because it is a gamble. And so for me, I had at that point about 7 months before our wedding, so it was worth it. Sorry, I'm getting all shaky. To me, to potentially save like $1,200. $1,300 was worth it to go ahead and take the gamble and order it. So I did, I got it in, and I will say the dress was not like the picture. Body style, like everything, absolutely, that was great. But as far as the detail on the dress was certainly not as high quality as it was portrayed in the pictures of the dress. So I'll go ahead and insert a couple pictures here so that you can see what it was. I ended up on the dress, it had everywhere where there was beading, there was these little silver sequins that were not, like, I'm not opposed to sequins. However, they just looked really cheap and really cheesy, almost tacky. And so actually me and my best friend went through and cut off each sequin and then just left the beads on there, which in my opinion made a world of a difference on it. The quality of the dress itself, I was genuinely surprised. So the dress itself fit like a glove, like could not have been better. I will say it fit too much like a glove, and when I got it in the mail, I was so excited to try it on. I was so excited to try it on that I just slipped it on, didn't unzip it or anything like that. I was home alone, just put it on, and ended up getting stuck in the dress. And so for 4 hours, I was stuck wearing my wedding dress, could not take it off. But I was at least able to get a good idea of if the dress was comfortable or not for 4 hours while I sat around. But long story short, I would say overall I was impressed. It took a long time, and that was kind of nerve-wracking. Again, because I had so much time in advance before my wedding, it didn't get to the point where I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do if it doesn't show up? But I would heed that as my biggest warning, is make sure that if you're ordering it, even if it says, 6 to 8 weeks and then 21 days, I would even give yourself a little bit more time, just so that you're not panicking and worrying about it on top of everything else that there is to worry about when you're planning a wedding. Overall, though, I am so happy with how the dress looked. I think that it looked great in pictures. I got so many compliments on it, and ultimately I saved $1,300, $1,300 on a dress. So for me, it was going to be something that I wanted it to look nice in pictures, and I just needed it to hold up for 8 hours, and it did its job. So I'm completely happy with it, and I think that it looked really good. So I'll go ahead and insert some pictures of it, and hopefully this video will help somebody else if they're wanting to take the plunge and gamble on getting your dress directly from China. That might work out for you too. Anyways, if you like this video, please like, comment, or subscribe, or preferably all three. I'd be cool with that too. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.